Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. What are you doing over here on
Yeah,
Wall Street
I
today?
thought you were recording. Yeah, recording on Wall Street.
Wall Street, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the parade?
um,
It's already Thanksgiving
dude,
here in
this is
America.
amazing.
Thank you
This is
so much.
amazing. I'm loving it. And now I'm noticing that monsters can spawn here. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. But
Excuse me. I must do this.
I forgive you. And, I wanted to say, since it's Thanksgiving, it's a day to mention being grateful for things. Thank you for working on this beautiful little bridge here.
Oh, thank you, Joe. And thank you for the parade. This has brought me much joys and laughter in my stream today. This just looks absolutely amazing.
Oh, I'm
Such
so
a cool
glad.
idea.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
those are just mob heads scaled up, right?
Yep, those are scaled up mob heads with the Armor Poser mod by Mr. Bisco and Shy Nike. And basically, I figured this is a good way to just pop in a parade. We're also using armor stands for the folks pulling the balloons. And I
Oh
figure,
yeah.
next year, now that I've done it with just mob heads, that were I basically picked the mobs where their entire body was their head, like the slime and the magma cube, the bumblebee and the pufferfish, the frogs.
Oh yeah. I've only just clocked on to that. Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Ah.
So, I'm hoping to get some hermits excited about this year. And then next year we could have an even bigger Thanksgiving parade with maybe some armor stand rabbits or squids, like, huge multi-part monsters.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. I love it though. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Thank
I'm
you.
amazed at how much like shape and detail comes when it gets scaled up.
Oh,
Like the
yeah.
little flicks off the edges are pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the mob heads for these mobs have the multi-layer effect, and it really does add a lot. Like, if you look at the slime, the edges are kind of like translucent even.
Yes, yeah.
It's very
I
cool.
think I think it's got two texture layers maybe.
Yeah, that's
Because
how they do it.
there's
The outer one's partially
yeah.
transparent.
Yeah, as I move around I can see those kind of like overlap. Cool. Yeah, I've been working on the area, Joe. Like I've literally just I think finished all the loose ends and stuff. So inside of
Mm-hmm.
here, there's a shulker box in most of these now with some wall.
Oh,
Of course,
fantastic.
you know where to go if ever you want to stock up.
Mm-hmm.
Now because I finished sealing this whole area, like the mural at the back here is kind of dark, but
Mm-hmm.
I thought we could appreciate that from both sides if we wanted to. So I don't know what you got planned for in here, but there's that.
Well, I will say, until we see what Mumbo exactly has planned with the redstone, I don't want to make any choices. I did want to just
Yeah,
stop
that's
by
right.
and, give a nice little Thanksgiving meal to each of the dogs, though. So I got some, like, raw lamb and some pork chops and chicken and all that. Hope you don't mind me feeding your pets. If you've already fed them,
I don't
it's okay
mind.
because it is a holiday. They can have a little bit of a
I'm
treat.
looking for one with a low tail, but they all look like they're healed up because when you feed them, you can heal their health.
Oh, well, I just wanted to bring them some joy and happiness. But you know what? A little bit of health isn't bad either. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
do you mind if we take a minute to go look at this from Corrales' side, this beautiful
Yeah, let's
mural?
do it.
Because,
That's what I wanted to show you next. Yeah, look at this place.
yeah, I really like the idea that Corrales' airport no longer looks like it's next to a bunch of huge buildings.
Yeah, that was kind of my thing, right? Like he's got a jungle and so like the backdrop for that should just be more nature, rather than our big ugly buildings. But now it's kind of like it's not quite like immersive. It's like childish and colorful.
Yeah, well, and I was thinking a lot about this, how as people like refine their skills as artists, a lot of times they kind of zero in on hyper realism and then they, work on that for a while and then they snap back out into like wild creativity. And this feels like that kind of thing where you've been making all these structures that are very, very realistic and things like that over the years. You've been refining your talent. And now you're at the point where you can just kind of freehand something where it's like, we're going to talk about the idea of a turtle and the idea of a flower and the idea of a tree. And in real life, a flower and a turtle are not going to be as large as a tree, but that's okay because this isn't real life.
Yeah,
This is art. We're making something. We're experiencing it together. And I think that's really cool.
100%, 100%. Yeah, it's definitely got a cool vibe to it as well. I like it.
Yeah. Well, and so I was thinking if you wanted to have it be more visible from the inside of Wall Street, maybe we just put some skylights right pressed up against the glass along the roof.
We could do
We
that
just
too,
get
yeah.
natural light all the way down. Because if you tried to light it up with artificial blocks, you don't get that full verticality of the light beams.
No, you don't. That's right.
Because yeah, this just
Yeah,
looks
we can do that, but
spectacular.
like if we don't, it's fine. It was that unintended consequence of like I put up the wall for this side, and then I go into the shop and I'm like, that looks kind of cool from that side too. So
Yeah.
if we use it, if we don't, it's all good.
Well, one thing I like about it in terms of the wool shop is you used wool for all of the blocks in here. And so
Yeah.
if this mural was a bunch of random terracotta, I'd be like, well, I don't know if it's a good fit, but this is the sort of thing. Oh my gosh, the engine noise on this. Xisuma, if you come
Yeah,
over
it's
here.
amazing.
Is that bees? Is that
It's
like
bees,
redstone
that's what I
bees?
thought.
I think it's bees. But yeah, that plane, you start wandering too close, it's like, but yeah, no, I love that, the choice of material here actually really does complement the Wall Street vibe. And the flag on the front of the building is also very kind of whimsical and in contrast to the, more severe architecture. So,
Yeah.
I don't think it's out of place. I could go either way. And we can see if the other wolves have any thoughts on it. But, I mean, they've been kind of content to just let us do whatever so far. So,
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
yeah.
Maybe when Mumbo gets the redstone set up, well, and we start making more sales, there'll be some interest. I mean, there's quite a few diamonds in there.
Oh, yeah.
We need to tell these people, hey, you made some profits
Yeah, come get your
without,
money
without
and
lifting a finger.
appreciate this in the shop. Yeah, so those shulker boxes full of wool, are we meant to unpack those into the chest? Because we don't necessarily want somebody to just drop 3 diamonds and walk off with the shulker box.
I just have a list of stuff to do, and I was just like, I don't want to sit here right now and like swap blocks around. I'm
I
just
don't
going to
blame
crack
you.
on, so I left them in.
Gotcha.
I left them in.
Okay, well, when I have a minute, I might try and get some unpacking done. I can always use a little bit
thank you.
of busy work while I get my brain unpacked, too. So, yeah, this is my Thanksgiving episode. So, I was going to be talking about a few of the things that I was thankful for. And one of them was actually, I was going to thank you for your work on this shop. It has been so fun collaborating on this project.
Oh yeah, and you sparked it all off with that build out front. That set everything into motion. That really got me going. So thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to. Yeah. Well, I better crack on because I've got a few other things that I want to recognize today for Thanksgiving. But thanks for kicking this off with me, man.
No problem. No problem. I'll see you around.
Catch you later. Thanksgiving edition
See ya.
fireworks away. Woo! My Thanksgiving fireworks have led me here to the Games District, where the next person I wanted to particularly thank was Etho for building this incredible TCG arena. You may be asking, Joe, why are you thanking Etho for HermitCraft TCG arena? Isn't TCG Vintage Beef's baby? Well, you know what? You're right. HermitCraft TCG was created by the incredibly talented Vintage Beef, but he has a new baby, a human baby. And he has been so slammed with his familial obligations that we reached out to him and asked, Beef, is there anything we can do to help you out on the server? He has given us a list of tasks that we have jumped into with alacrity. Etho took care of the arena. Cleo and Cubfan built the new Joel and Skiz cards. Myself and several other hermits have been working on gathering the materials to create and clone the maps. Hypno, Xisuma, Jev, Doc, and others contributed materials. It was a big group effort to show Vintage Beef that we appreciate him. Because that's the thing about thanks, is you don't just say thanks, you do thanks. And so, Vintage Beef, wherever you are, thanks, buddy. Good luck with that, kid. Another thing we can thank Vintage Beef for was helping clean up this watery mess after Doc's flood. I don't know if y'all remember, but this was mostly underwater at one point. It's been cleaned up. We've got some other hermits who have contributed out here as well. Cubfan with his fantastic labyrinth. Etho, once again, you can never thank Etho enough times. He's always doing so many things. Contributing all the frog lights for this project. And you know who else helps me clean up messes sometimes? Is my moderation staff and my server operators, my project manager, the team that backs me behind the scenes, always helping me move forward with all this. can't spend Thanksgiving without thanking them as well. So thank you to everybody who works for me behind the scenes. Another thing I'm excited to see on the server this season is everything. Look at how big the server is. We've got stuff all over here. From Tango's airship to Doc's platform to Scar's Death Scar. There's a lot going on this season. And I can see it all thanks to the hardworking mod teams that make things like Sodium, Invidium, the Bobby mod. Y'all are absolutely killing it. You make it so possible to make just the breadth of and the scope of what we do here on HermitCraft visually apparent to the viewers. I really appreciate everybody who works hard on those mods that we use. So thank you to Mr. Bisco and Shy Nike for the Armor Poser mod that we used to showcase our parade earlier. Bobby mod from Johnny0702. Cam Utils, and like 8 other mods we use by Hinkle Max or Max Hinkle, including also like the replay mod. We got that by Crush Pixel and Johnny again. Mod menu, that's what we're using to look at this. Prospector, Hayek, Terraformers. Simple voice chat, once again, that is Hinkle Max. Sodium has a huge team, but Jelly Squid is leading that along with a ton of other contributors. Thank you everybody who works so hard on the mods, both in front of the camera and behind the camera, that we use to make this all possible. It's amazing how many people in the HermitCraft community make this possible too. You know, like when I was working on this Toughest Teeth set of banners here, you know, I had a bunch of folks in my stream chat giving me advice about how to make this look awesome. And iteration is key. Being open to collaborating with people and accepting that maybe you're not wrong per se, but you can always do a little better and whatnot. That's just so great. So thank you to all the folks who leave comments on my videos or mention ideas in my streams. The idea to even put in a Thanksgiving parade came from a Twitch commenter, Uriah Thallium. Thank you, Uriah Thallium, for that. But there are hundreds, if not thousands, of folks who go unnamed, who contribute amazing ideas via YouTube comments and Twitch comments and all that. Thank you all. Another way the community really turned out this Thanksgiving season was by supporting the Love Tropics 2024 charity stream, which we just had a few days ago. Y'all supported the Women's Earth Alliance to the tune of $6,481 during just a 2-hour segment. In that time, Cubfan and I rolled through here and created a whole refoliated, reforested riverbank next to Hello, My Name is Lasertag in celebration of how y'all were helping create a reforested, refoliated, and hopefully restored ecosystem around the Mpanga River in Uganda. The Women's Earth Alliance is Love Tropics' latest charity beneficiary, but Love Tropics and HermitCraft have worked together for many years, and it is always amazing to see so many familiar names from our viewers, or of our viewers, out here on the HermitCraft server showing up to support such a good cause. But yeah, I'm so happy to be here on HermitCraft and get to play with so many cool people. But you know what? It looks like the sun is setting on Thanksgiving Day, so it's time for me to wrap this one up. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.